Okay, so one thing I want to go over today is the value of single player. Since we don't spend money on the game, we rely on single player victories to provide us with a great number of cards, resources, and even gold. So, big difference in single player is gameplay. So I'm going to go over what I do and how I choose my single player cards. Again, Dog Food is 3 cost, really good, somewhat tanky character. One thing I specifically do in single player is I use a lot of range. So we're going to throw in Nathan in there for the long range. I'm going to do a Terrence and Phillip because of the decent cost 2 character. I use for my single player deck, I always use Medicine Woman Sharon. So you want the healer for sustainability and again ranged character. Cards like Arrow Storm, practically useless, something I do not use. Locan Clyde, again, something I would not use. It's just not as effective. Stand of Many Moons, again, another card I wouldn't use. Lightning Bolt, Fireball, these are cards I would not use. Now, something like Garrison is absolutely a valuable card. Okay, he's high cost, but he should survive. He's got almost 1,000 health, and he's got a very good skill. That mixed with Medicine Woman, and he should survive long enough. Okay, so that is the extent of my tank. I'm going to use Kyle because his attack boost over time mixed with the sustainability plus the heal will group a large amount of attack buildup. Sorry. Okay. Another card that I utilized a lot is Gizmo Ike. By the time I've reached the end boss in a single player level, majority of the time I have about 20 plus Ikes, and the game is beyond easy. We will use visitors for more ranged. Tanks, they're too slow. Okay, if I were to use Asimo, yep, sure, he's got great sustainability for single player, but he trails behind. Everyone else moves too fast forward, and he's completely ineffective. Kenny, ineffective. Craig, we're not trying to target the leader here, completely ineffective. Same thing with Dougies, they are worthless and ineffective. PC Principle is actually a really good, somewhat tanky, low cost, but knocks players out of range, allowing for your ranged characters to finish them off. What else can be good here? Token, Space Warrior Token. Okay, I've gone over him before in my other videos. One of the best 2 cost cards in the game. He may not be as fast as the Assassins at 2 cost, but his damage, health, and skill set definitely worth the cost. Now something like Stan, Freezing All, very good. And we'll go with one more to keep these low cost. We'll go with Gunslinger Kyle. Okay, so Gunslinger Kyle, he boosts the attack of all allies for 3 seconds. Okay, I don't have him leveled up, he's only level 3. He's a common. This is not a hard card to get. Okay, I understand cards like Kyle, Ike, the epic cards, they can be difficult to get. But I have received multiple of these epic cards playing single player mode. a lot of how I got to where I got was because I've maxed out my single players. So what we have is heal, range. We've got my basis of tank and an area clearing spell effect. We've got a boost attack all, a freeze, a low cost fighter, another tank with an ability that knocks back small characters across the screen, allowing ranged to finish them off. Visitors is one of the better ranged cards in the game. It does have a low range, 3.5. Nathan is much slower, but does have one of the longer ranges of a ranged character at 5.5, and it is also area of effect with knockback. Okay, so we've got the basis here for a very good 3.4 low cost single player deck. Notice there's no immediate tank, there's no instant damage or direct damage to leader spells in here. This is all about sustainability and survivability. Okay. So, based off of some of the cards that you have, some of your better cards, I would begin at a lower level to build your deck around those cards. Okay, so let's say you have a level 3 medicine woman at a low rank, and you'd like to level her up. You focus on your adventure mode. So as you see, I have maxed out my adventures completely and my sci-fis. I am in the process of doing Mystic and the oops. I'm gonna go to one random level here. Okay, and we're going to scroll through and just look at some of the things I can get. Okay, so here you go. Labarre Jimmy is a fantastic common card. Okay, you get 5 keys, 80 gold. Okay, Clyde, really good rare, 120 gold, 6 keys. Catapult Timmy, 165. So as you see, if I just go through and do these, I can end up with some pretty decent rares, quite a bit of gold, and enough keys to upgrade. This is a perfect example of how to get some gold, 250, 120. I don't recommend spending any carbon bucks in single player mode unless you do have an epic available. I would like to scroll and see if there are any epics available first in any of my single players. But this just gives you an example here. Value. I am not seeing any epics. Interesting. Okay, well, nonetheless, I have had epics. Don't really care about anything there. Here you go. You can get a Dougie. Okay. We need a Dougie for the Dougie mode. Granted, it's not the sci-fi Dougie that I suggested using, but it is a Dougie nonetheless. So we'll start here. Okay, so we are going to start with Medicine Woman.
Children, behave!
Visitors. And I will get PC.
Enjoy my healing
Don't need to take a look at yourselves and get PC.
Next card I am going to cast is Kyle.
Death walks with me.
This will begin increasing the damage on all of my units. You mix this with range, and very quickly, as you see, all of my units are going to be very strong. I'll throw out Scan, and I'll start farming my Gizmos. Now this is a very quick single player. Some of them, as you get farther along, are much longer missions. That's not good. Okay. Okay, well, I seem to have lost my Wi-Fi, so I'm going to stop this video short right here.